Hello, hello, hello. What is up, everyone? Tony here, Positive Tech Reviews in the building. I want to see if my audio is,
I want to see if my audio is.
and it
I
is.
want to see if
My audio is up and ready to go. So I am live streaming directly from the Chrome browser. I think this is an awesome thing. And we're going to discuss some of the topic right here. Let me see. Let me go ahead and show. Boom. Okay, so we got someone in here I can't even pronounce. We have Sheza and a bunch of other people coming in right now. Tech for Your Needs. Lewis is in the building. What's going on, Lewis? We need to do a live stream together, Lewis, since we both have the Apple Watch. I just posted a little video or a live stream a couple minutes before I did this one. And let me go ahead and share out this link. I'll go ahead and share it from my iPad Air I have right here. So I got the iPad Air. Man, I'm all Appled out. I don't know what happened, man. I think we're going to discuss that here in a second, but I think that soon as the Android phone started coming out with a notch, I just said, man, let me go back and get the real deal. Let me go get the real deal, the king of the notch. And I went back to the iPhone 10. Let me go ahead and share this link out real quick. I got the iPad too, man. I got everything here. So we're going to talk about why Apple is winning, even though there's news in the media. There's a lot of tech blogs saying that Apple is losing. We're losing market share. The iPhone 10 did not sell so good. All those things, we're going to discuss that here in a second. Let me go ahead and share this out. Get some people coming in here real quick. So I'm sharing this on Twitter. And if you guys that are in here, you guys can share this out too. We're going to get a nice topic going on here. It needs to be discussed. A lot of people are saying there's a lot of media news saying that the Apple is losing its grasp. It's losing. There's a lot of people not buying their products anymore. Shout out to let me see, Two Phones. I was just talking to him via Hangouts, and he just said that his iPod Touch 6th generation, he just updated it to iOS 11.3. So that's a pretty old device, I think, for Apple to still be updating them. And what's up? We got Lakewood in the building. Shout out to Lakewood. What's going on? Lakewood in the building. We got Sheetsa in here. We got Tech for Your Needs. And we got Harry. Let me go ahead and see. Okay, so one of the reasons I think, this is strictly my opinion. And I'm going to let you guys know what I think about Apple products and why I have them and how they work out for me. One of the things that I love about Apple in general is updates. Man, updates, not only OS updates or software updates, their apps. The App Store is constantly getting updated. I'm talking about on a daily, not just once a month. I'm talking about on a daily. I'm getting apps updates. Look at that. I got update now. I got all these updates today. And this just came out a few days ago, and there's already an update, and it's already on iOS, and that is Google Task. If you guys are not hip to the Google Task, that just came out. And not only that, shout out to Bill Jones. This was not even available on the Samsung Galaxy S9 when it came out. We had a little discussion about this. I think it was yesterday, and he got it for his Pixel phone, but when he went to go update it for his Samsung phone, it was not available for the Samsung. It wasn't even in the App Store. And it was when he told me that, I went and I searched on the Apple App Store. He searched on the Google Store, and it wasn't there for his S9. I went to the Apple App Store, and it was there, and I downloaded it before he did, and he has Android. So that's kind of strange. So the updates on the iOS side of things are really, really fast. Even on my MacBook, I got the MacBook Air 2017. I'm getting updates back and forth. So you can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4 updates. And these are like every other day I'm getting updates. They're top notch when it comes to updates. And let me go ahead and update. I'm going to update all of them. Okay, so One of the things that I do love about iOS or Apple is going to be, like I said, the updates, the build quality. Look at that. This is the iPhone 10. Build quality is just top notch. They do things their way, and Apple just does things their way. This is This is the iPad Pro 9.7. Got dual speakers. It actually has 4 speakers, 2 on this side, 2 on this side. Nobody's talking about these speakers, man. The speakers on here are just crazy. They're really, really good. I'm talking about really, really good. And I like to watch some media content on here, and the thing about the iPhone 10 is that the speakers are loud, but they're not rich sounding speakers. So that's why I moved on and I got that iPad Pro. You can use the Apple Pencil if you're into that. I'm really not into the Apple Pencil, but the viewing content, you get a much larger display, and you get these speakers on the side. They sound incredible, and you still have the headphone jack if you do want to plug up and do a video or something, and you want to use your microphone like the one I'm using here. You can just plug it into your iPad. And I just did a video, like I said, my uploaded video or uploaded live stream that I did like maybe 20 minutes ago. I used the iPad Pro and I plugged in my microphone, and I just did it just using this. I put this on the table and I recorded that live stream. So another thing, like I said, they got updates. They got the software. It's just their software is really, really good. The hardware is amazing hardware. You guys can check out the Geekbenches. Their display is, the displays are pretty good. I've never had a bad display on an Apple product, and that's just, what's up, my Project 13 in the building. He says no to Apple. I say yes to Apple. I say Apple is on top, even though they say that it's not. Oh, that rhymed. But one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video is another thing. If you have an Apple product, it could be anything. It could be the Apple Watch, the iPad, the MacBook, the iPhone, is accessories. You can get accessories anywhere. I mean, anywhere. I mean, you could even get accessories for the Apple Watch. Right now, I just left a store called Five Below, and they got all kinds of cases for the iPhone 10. They got screen protectors for $5. They got cases for $5. They have film that you can put all around the phone to keep it from getting scratched. They got all kinds of stuff. They have lightning cables, headphones for the iPhone 10 already at stores like that. You can go to dollar stores, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find cases for the iPhone 10 already. You're going to find products for the Apple Watch, which the Apple Watch has been around for a little bit, but you can pick up accessories for the Apple Watch anywhere. You can go to Walmart, you can go to Kmart, you can go to RIP Toys R Us probably, and well, you can pick up accessories for the Apple Watch anywhere. You can pick up bands anywhere. You can pick up cases anywhere. So that's why I think Apple is still winning, because you can still pick these things up anywhere, any store. And when it comes to software, they're on top of their game. They're always up to date. Even if they do have some security breaches or whatever you want to call it, they always update really, really fast. While you look at the Android side of things, if you're waiting on an update and you have Samsung, you have HTC, you have Motorola, you have some, those devices that are not Google Pixels, good luck. Good luck for the update. And those are facts. So anyone in the comments can disagree if you want. Those are facts. I basically had all the phones I had that came out recently, LG, Samsung. I've had them all. And I can tell you that you always got to sit around and wait for an update, especially a security update. And so that's where I think Apple is winning, and Android is still playing catch up. And it may offend some people in the comments, but it's reality. Apple is always, Apple removes the headphone jack, and everybody's removing the headphone jack. Come out with a notch. Now everybody's coming out with a notch. I know people hate that. I know, because I think personally, I think Samsung, not Samsung, but Android in general, is what you can do with Android. I think you can definitely do more on Android than you can on iOS. That's a fact. You can. But uh, the way Android's looking right now, to me, and not only me, but consumers in general, they see that the iPhone came out, even though Apple claims they're the first ones that came out with a notch. And I know it's been said before. People are saying maybe they got an idea from another company, and that's how Apple's known to do things like that. But it doesn't matter. Nobody knew about the notch, this particular notch, until Apple came out. I know there was the Sharp Equos that came out with a notch. That was the first phone that I ever seen with a notch. Didn't do nothing. Nobody really. It didn't create a trend like Apple did. When Apple came out with their notch, everybody that same year, everybody's coming out with the notch. I know the Essential came out with a notch. You don't have to tell me that. I already seen it. I already had the Essential, and I think the Essential did a better job personally than Apple did, because this notch is not a pretty thing to look at. And the reason why I got this wallpaper is so you guys can see it yourselves. It's not very appealing, but I there's technology in there. And even though people don't want to hear that, there is a lot of technology in here that if you didn't use it when you got your iPhone 10, you kind of missed out. Face ID, I use it for mobile payments. I use it to download apps, to install apps, to unlock my phone. If you stare at it, it just constantly, the screen stays on. You can use it. Let me see. I'll go ahead and show you. If you're looking at it and you swipe up to get your notifications, you can see that your notifications, they expand when it knows you're looking at it. It just, the technology that's in there, it may not seem like it's a whole lot, but there's a lot of technology in there. And if you've been around for a while and you've been on my channel for a while, I've had tons of Androids back to back, nothing but Androids on my channel. And I just wanted to touch on that. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Am I enjoying? Let me shout out everybody who's in here. My Project 13, he swooped by like an eagle, and I think he's out there shopping. So we got Lakewood in the building. Chaz Vlogs is in the building. Chaz got the iPhone 10 also. You see, My Project 13 came and left. I guess he's at the dollar store. While you're at the dollar store, take some photos. There's cases for the iPhone 10 in there, and I'm not sure if there's any cases for that Razr phone you got in there or the S9, because I've been around, and if you go to stores like that, you don't see any cases for HTC devices. You don't see cases for Motorola devices. You don't see cases for Sony devices out there. You have to go online and buy these cases online. With Apple products, you just walk in and they're always there. In a way, that's a good thing for me, for especially a consumer. You see, let me see, at the strip club. So Thoops is at the Thoops Tech and More. He says he's at the strip club. Are you enjoying your iPhone 10, Ali? Yes, I am. Reynaldo Gonzalez, he asked the same question. Yes, I am. I like the iPhone 10. I mean, I hated it when it first came out. The notch was was the turning point for me. I picked it up when it first launched. I got it in hand, and the notch, I just it was I just couldn't stare at it too long. I didn't like it, man. I'm gonna be totally honest. If you go back to my videos when I first got the iPhone, I got the black one. I hated on the notch. Made videos about how much I hate the notch. I'm sending it back because I can't stand looking at the notch. I did all that. And then at the end, when I saw all these manufacturers coming out with a notch, with phones with a notch, like we got OnePlus, we got LG, we got Huawei, all these phones coming out with a notch, I said, let me go back and revisit this, because I'm not going to have a choice. We're not going to have a choice. The notch is coming. It's already on the OnePlus device, OnePlus 6. It's already on the LG G7. So, all these newer devices, the only device that may not come out with a notch, it's probably going to be Samsung. Probably, because I've seen there's been leaks out there with the notch for the Note 9. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I picked it up just to try to get used to the notch. while these devices come up, because I'm pretty sure I will be picking up these devices. The OnePlus, I will have it on my channel. The LG G7, I will have that also on my channel. So I'm going to try them out, now that I'm used to the notch. And it's just a new thing. I can see why Apple did the notch. They got a lot of stuff in here, a lot of technology. Why did other companies put the notch in there? I think they did it just to get that maximized screen real estate, which, but they didn't do it on the bottom, which is kind of weird. Apple went all the way down, all the way to the top, just the notch. But I think they did it. A lot of people disagree, and that's fine. They don't agree with the notch and why it's so wide, and there's a lot of sensors in there, is all I can say. And there's a speaker and there's a camera, and anyways, that's just my thoughts on why Apple, even though they claim is still not, is losing market share, and I think they're not. I totally disagree. I've been to the Apple store, and I've seen with my own eyeballs, how packed the store was. So, what they're claiming and what's happening in reality, I don't see it. I don't see it. Not even Best Buy. Not even Best Buy was packed like the Apple store was when I went. I think I went over there maybe about 3 weeks ago when I went to go take my MacBook in, and there was people there standing in line just buying stuff. So I don't see it, but that's just me. Let me see. Asus. Let me read some of these comments. I kind of skipped out on them. So we do have Alex Zuniga in the building. We got Robert Lee. We have Tech for Your Needs ask a question. Lewis, what's going on? Asus said on their conference that their notch is 30% less. What a joke. 30% less. Well, it could be 30% less simply because they don't have the technology in there. They don't have that technology, Face ID. So they don't have the sensors that Apple has in their notch. So I can see why, of course, it's going to be smaller. The technology is not even in there. Well, let me see. Somebody just texted me. Let me see. This is okay. What's going on? So this is two phones in the building. Dwight Galladay. He sent me a little text right there. So Robert Lee says, any company that has the logo as the fruit of knowledge will not lose in this world. The fruit of knowledge. What's up? Okay, I tech you out, guy. I just got your message. I'll tech you out, guy. Just sent me Hangouts telling me that I think he has the iPod Touch 6th generation on iOS 11.3. Apple's still supporting it. Apple's still supporting, believe it or not. My son has the iPhone 5S, and he's rocking iOS 11.3. So that's that. How old is that phone? That phone is a dinosaur. iPod Touch is boss. Let me see what's up. How much to replace an iPhone X screen? I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you about, since he touched on the screen thing. It's probably really expensive to replace it, but I've never had issues with never cracked, knock on wood, I've never cracked an iPhone or cracked any phone, period. I always keep my phones in cases, and I took this one out just to show you guys, but this case was $5 at Five Below. It's a 3-part case. You can see one, the front, hard shell. It's a hard plastic. We got the rubberized inner TPU and the back hard shell. So $5 case and a tempered glass, I always recommend. $5 case and a tempered glass, I always recommend. Any kind of case and a tempered glass, I always recommend. Any kind of protection is better than no protection. You just spent almost $1,000 or over $1,000 on your phone. Why not protect it? I always protect it. This is a real good case. I went through a bunch of cases while I was at Five Below, and this one stood out. This is, it's not an expensive case, like I said, $5, but it is definitely going to protect your phone. It's got, look at all that lip protection along with the tempered glass. That is really raised. If this thing drops like this, I can almost guarantee your screen will be fine. Look at that sensor. It's looking for my face. Let me see. Sean in the building. What's going on, Sean? Alex, $5 is a steal. They have not just this case. They got. Let me show you that sensor again. Look at that sensor. It's looking for my face, and I found it. I like it, man. I like the iPhone. Maybe when it first came out, when I first got it, I was having issues. If you watch back those videos, I don't think I think Apple, it wasn't ready. I don't think it was ready for the deadline that they set on it as far as software wise. I did encounter some issues. I'm not going to deny it. There was software issues. There was lock screen issues that when I went to unlock my lock screen. Apple still needs to, in my opinion, they still have notifications clutter. The notifications cluttered. I think that they should work on the notifications. Other than that, work on notifications. I know it's a closed operating system. It's a closed operating system, but if you think about it, I think it's a well-protected system. We're well protected. I think it's. I'm not going to say it's the most secure operating system out there, but it is pretty secure. And in my opinion, I've never had an issue with Android being secure or anybody getting in my phone or anything like that. But that's a whole different topic. I don't want to touch on that one, but I think it's pretty secure. I think it's a real secure, and Android wins with notifications. Yes, I'll agree. I tech you out, guy. Android does win with notifications. Android does win with the freedom that you can do with your device. You can do whatever you want. You can side load. You can custom launchers if you're into that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not. A lot of people are not really into it. A lot of people like to tweak their devices out and they'll sit there for hours doing it. Some people don't. Some people, the phone that they get, like I got this friend at work. I'm not going to mention him, but he got his phone the same way it came out of the box. And it's 2 years later. It's identical, same way it came out of the box. He did not move an icon. He did not change the clock. He did not change the wallpaper. It's 2 years later, and he still has. It's the Samsung Galaxy S7, and it's still the way it came out of the box. He didn't change anything. Never moved an icon. Matter of fact, he does come to me every now and then and tells me he has an issue with it, and he wants me to help him out. So I'll do that. But he keeps it original. He never changed anything. And there's people that they don't tinker. They just use the phone, text, calls, search online, watch video here and there, and that's it. Robert Lee, Will H, what's going on? Will H in the building. I know a lot of people like that. I know a whole bunch of people like that at my job. They just buy the product the way it is, and they don't tweak it. And Android has the ability to be tweaked. You can do all kinds of things on Android, and a lot of people, I'm talking about a lot of people, just buy the phone the way it is, and they do no tinkering whatsoever. They don't change the icons, they don't change the wallpaper, they don't change the launcher. There's a lot of people that they use it device as it is. They don't change anything. And those people are the ones that once they tried iOS, they love it. Those same people on Android that do no tweaking whatsoever, and they just use the device the way it came out the box. When they get on the iPhone, they love the iPhone. Now, people who are already on iPhones, and you see them tweaking their phones and changing the wallpapers, and once those people get onto Android, they love Android too. But for me, I go back and forth. I like both platforms. They're like the only two mobile platforms out there. I wish Samsung would come out with Tizen for their mobile phones. I wish we need something else. I think Windows is done, and I just wish there was something else out there, instead of just iOS and Android. Do you jailbreak your iPhones? I used to do a lot of jailbreaking way back in the beginning of my videos, before I even knew that videos could get monetized and you can make a little money on YouTube with those videos. I made tons of jailbreak videos, tweaks. I just demoed the tweaks. That's way back there. And I never knew that you could, you could gain some revenue from videos on YouTube. So I wasn't hip to it till maybe a couple years ago. And then I went back and I monetized all those videos. But when I first started on YouTube, I was just making jailbreak videos to help people. That was it. That was it. If you go back to the very beginning of my videos, way back when, you'll see me making horrible videos, but I was basically demoing tweaks that I found interesting and helping people master their jailbreak and how you can change up and do different things with the jailbreak, and showing people. That was why I started YouTube. That was the basic foundation of YouTube. I started it with the iPhone. I believe it was the iPhone. Man, it was way back. I believe it was the iPhone 2G. Don't quote me on that, but I believe the first thing I ever did on the iPhone 2G was I side-loaded, I think, or I don't know what you call it. I installed this program called White Door jailbreak, I think it was, where Apple had already stopped supporting this 2G, and with that White Door, you can actually upgrade and get some of the newer features from the newer operating system. And that's the first thing I did on the iPhone. Then I started jailbreaking with the 3GS. I had all the iPhones. I had the first generation, second generation, 3GS, the 3G, the iPhone 4, the iPhone 4S, the iPhone 5, the 5S, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, well, we didn't have a 9, but 10. I've had all the iPhones. The 3GS, or the iPhone 3G, was the first plastic one. It was a plastic phone, carbonate plastic material, and then I've had them all. I've even had the C. I had an iPhone C, one iPhone C, or maybe two. I had a white one and a blue one, if I remember correctly. I don't think I had them on my channel though. But yeah. Let me see. Robert Lee says Tizen will be great with Android App Store. Yes, I agree. I wish they would come out with it, man. Come on, man. I'm tired. It's like it's getting kind of boring, man. Android, and we got Android, we got iOS. iOS is already boring, but it's very functional. It does what I want it to do. It's a very dependable software. And the same thing goes with Android. But I'm feeling like with each update, like on iOS, it's like we got another update, but it's like minimal stuff. Same thing with Nougat and Oreo. I had the Note 8 on Nougat, and then when it got Oreo, it's not a huge difference. Like, the only thing that I can really tell you that I noticed was the picture-in-picture, and the icons maybe changed just a little bit, but it's nothing significant. Let me read more comments. I take y'all guy says I own the iPhone 4 and iPhone SE. And Alex says I feel in hand of it says the feel in hand of the iPhone 5C is great. The iPhone 5C, I actually was thinking about getting the SE, because since I got the tablet now, I have the iPad Pro 9.7. I don't, I'm using this for a lot of my media consumption. You know what I'm saying? Like watching YouTube videos, watching movies. I watch movies on here without headphones. Speakers are incredible. Speakers are incredible on here, the Pro model. And I'm kind of like, man, I really don't need the iPhone 10 anymore. It's a good phone. It's big. Especially with this case, it makes it just seem a little bit bigger. But I'm using it like a phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm emails, text messages, social media, and I'm trying to use it less. Trying to watch videos on my iPad more than on my iPhone. And I want to try out the iPhone SE, the smaller one, or they got a new one supposedly is going to be coming out soon. And maybe I'll wait for that one, but we'll see what happens. If they come out, there's a lot of predictions and rumors out there when it comes to the iPhone SE2 that's supposedly going to be coming out next from Apple. They're saying that it could be the same form factor as the SE we have now, but with a bigger screen, with a glass back for wireless charging, and I believe the headphone jack is gone. I believe the headphone jack is gone. And then there's other predictions or rumors saying that it's going to be a big display, 6-inch display, I believe. It's going to have the notch, and it's going to be a lesser processor, and it's not going to be the same AMOLED screen. It's going to be IPS LCD screen. So I kind of doubt that. I kind of doubt that rumor. I'm kind of going with the rumor that it's going to be the same form factor as the SE, and they're going to remove the headphone jack. They're going to have put a glass back, and they may increase the screen size on it, but they're going to keep Touch ID. Those are just my predictions, because they rumored the pricing to be $499, $500, and I don't see Apple going with a bigger phone with a bigger screen at that price point. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I could see them doing it for the SE already, the small SE, iPhone SE. I can see, like I said, I can see them doing the glass back, removing the headphone jack, adding waterproofing, adding wireless charging, and adding a bigger screen, and maybe updating the processor at that same form factor. I don't see, like I said, those are just my predictions and what I think is going to happen, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to stay in that footprint. I don't think they're going to make the SE2 a 6-inch phone. I just don't see it. I don't think they're going to make it a 6-inch phone, even if they lower the screen and make it an IPS LCD, and they put a lower spec processor in there, maybe something. I still don't see it because it's a bigger screen. I don't think the SE is going to go. I think the SE is a special edition small screen phone. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I don't know. Comment in there. Reggie, you in the building. What's going on, Reggie? Reggie says the SE is a sweet little device. If it's more like the X, it's a win. I totally agree there. I totally agree. I think if I would get that phone quick. If the iPhone SE came out with wireless charging, the headphone jack, they may take it. If it came with wireless charging, IP certification, some kind of IP certification, the screen this big with Touch ID, on there. I mean, not Touch ID, with Face ID. If they put the screen all the way down on the SE, the same form factor with Touch ID, that's definitely going to be the one-handed device of the year. You can do everything one-handed. I like texting on the SE, or I had the 5S, so the 5S form factor is real nice, man. I like one-handed. It's just amazing. These phones keep getting bigger and bigger, man. They're just more difficult and more cumbersome to hold, But anyways, let me read some more of the comments. Alex Zunigi says 4.7 is a perfect screen. 4.7 is on the 6. On the 6 and on the 7 and on the 8. 4.7 inch. That if they up the iPhone SE to 5, I think. That'll be great if they just same form factor, just make the screen bigger. Maybe keep Touch ID at the bottom because I think a lot of people are having uh, difficulties with the home button gone. I think a lot of people are so used to the home button that maybe they should keep it for the SE. I don't know. But anyways, I've been on here for 35 minutes. And shout out to everybody who's in here. I'm going to run down and shout everybody out. If you left, I'll still shout you out. So Harry S06, Sheetza, Tech for Your Needs, Lewis, Thoops, Tech and More. You see, my Project 13 came and left. Chaz Vlogs. You see who else? Robert Lee, Ali, Serhini, and Ronaldo Gonzalez, and Alex Zuniga. And let me see who else is in here. I Tech You Out Guy, thanks for stopping by. DVZN Media, what's going on? Sean, thank you for coming in. Robert Lee. Let me see who else is in here. Will H. I'm just shouting everybody out who came in a little bit earlier. And let me see who else. Who did I miss? Robert Lee, Reynaldo Gonzalez. What's going on? Let me see. Reggie just joined just a little bit ago. So yeah, thank you all you guys for joining. Appreciate everybody stopping in, showing me some love. We're just talking, just hanging out. Basically, I'm just I want to interact with my viewers, and this is the best way to do it. You know, live interaction. Those of you who weren't able to join live, you guys could catch this on the replay. But yeah, let me read some of what I Tech You Out Guy has to say. Icon packs, launchers, and developer options help Android. Yes, I agree. Well, anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on why I don't think Apple is actually losing. You know, I think Apple's still on top of the game, you know, and don't believe everything you read. You know, it goes like this. Believe. How was it? There's a saying that I forget how the saying goes. Believe 50% of what you see and 0% of what you hear. Anyways, with that being said, I'm out. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for joining me. Have you been watching the NFL draft? I did. Browns. And anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Like the video if you did like the video. Share the video if you want to share it. I appreciate all you guys' smart decisions. Thank you for joining. What's up, man? You're gonna get the G7. Definitely gonna get the G7. You will see it on my channel, and you're also gonna see the OnePlus 6. I gotta pick up the OnePlus 6. You know, I've had every single one that's came out except for the X, the OnePlus X. I really wasn't digging that one, but I've had the OnePlus 1, OnePlus 2, the 3, the 5, the 5T, and now the 6 that's coming out. So I'm going to pick it up. I got to pick it up. Like I said, every phone that I've gotten from OnePlus has been a great phone. I think the only one I had issue with was maybe the OnePlus 2. But other than that, everyone from every other phone coming from OnePlus has been a hit. And I'm sure the OnePlus 6 is going to be the same. As far as the LG G7, I'm definitely going to pick that one up. I may go check it out and do a hands-on before I do get it, or I may just pre-order it. I have no clue yet. It's still early. And anyways, guys, thank you for joining. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in another video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.